Hello everyone. Today I'm back. I had a week off last week. Just rested up a little bit, recovered, and I'm back at the weekly episodes, and I feel a lot better now. So today, I'm going to be briefly talking about stepping outside your comfort zone. Now, everything I talk about, I'm eventually going to have a guest to re-talk about it, who's more of an expert in the field because yes, I have my own experiences, but I want to hear what other people have to say about it. So like stepping outside comfort zone, yes, I've experienced it, but I also want to see how someone else sees it, how their experience has been. Someone who may have experienced it a lot more than me. But stepping outside the comfort zone, there's many ways you can do this, and it's a sense of when you get comfortable, what don't you want to do, and do you do it? So, for example, Uh, one of my ones was I was at the Blandford School. I was very comfortable, doing my studies. Then the bombshell hit if I couldn't do business. I did my level two, and I could have stayed there, but after basically getting told no, I didn't want to, and I had a choice of do I want to stay in the comfortable situation, just do my levels at Blandford, or do I want to move over to Queen Elizabeth and do them? So I eventually, after a long while, made the choice of going to Queen Elizabeth and studying there, and it worked out for the better now. Um, but it's that sense of you're comfortable, are you prepared to step out of that? So, and there's many other examples that you can give, like getting your first job, moving job, looking for a new job. You're already comfortable in the situation you're in. So, for example, you're comfortable in the school system. I mean, this is a bit more forced out, but you're comfortable in the school system, but you can still go do college or uni. But do you choose to go into the working world? Like, I went from school to an apprenticeship. Yes, I'm technically still in school 1 day a week, but 4 days a week I'm in work. I'm in my first job. And then it could be a case of you could be 5 years into your job with the same company, and then you decide that now's the time that you need to move on. Now you got to go from, well, I'm comfortable at this job. I've been here for 5 years. Now I've got to move to this job, and it's all on. Are you prepared to move on? And that's a very big ask, especially now where the generations come in and they don't really like change too much. They like everything set in stone. They like it all planned out. They like it basically on a plate. Like they know what they're getting for that day. And as you and I probably know, that is never the case. I could plan out my day all I like on my whiteboard up there, and probably 50% will be different. Most stuff is done on the spur of the moment, and most stuff just doesn't get done. And the comfort zone, it is a nice feeling because it just feels natural. It feels like it's part of your day to day, so you just get on with it. And then stepping outside of it is like a massive O because you've now gone from what was comfortable, like you could be on a very well paid job, to now, I don't know, you get made redundant. Um, Obviously, hopefully that doesn't happen, but then you're out of your comfort zone because now you got no job. You're rapidly looking to find a new job, and you're massive outside your comfort zone. So it's that sense of uncomfortability. You feel worried, uh, maybe hopeful, uh, might get butterfly. Like there's loads of emotions that go with it, and it's learning to deal with them because if you never step outside your comfort zone, you will never grow as a person. So, for example, I could have been quite comfortable with who I am, but yeah, I started this podcast, which goes out to everyone. I done up and done public speaking at You're the Media Lunch Club once. I've been to an event and Mark Masters put me on the front desk to hand out leaflets to everyone and say hi. About a year ago, or but not a year ago. That's about when it all started. Actually, no, about yeah, a year and a half ago. If you said I was going to do all that, I probably would have laughed at you. Like public speaking, my own podcast. I know, not for me. And here we are. Even a sense of a website, although I'm not comfortable yet with it, it's getting out there and put my brand on the map. Same with looking at other ventures, like you got freelance, you've got agencies possibly to do in the evenings, and it's all these things that you're looking at. Because yes, you got a secure job and you're comfortable, but if you want to progress, you have to step. I think that's the main thing here. If you want to progress, you need to step. And what do I mean by that? Well, if you want to stay where you are, stay where you are. But if you want to get better and improve and develop your skills that you're good at and you've been given, then you've got to leap out of that zone of comfortability and learn your new skills and incomfortability. Because when you learn your first skills, where do you learn them? Well, if it's at school, where you have to go into a complete new year of school, there's probably some new students, some of your best mates might have left. It's a whole new year. It might have been during GCSE period, so you got the pressure and uncomfortability of that. You learn in uncomfortability. So if you learn in exam periods or new year and you don't feel too comfortable, then the same applies if you're in the working world. If you want to, if you're not feeling like you're growing enough in a company, either move company or try and do something on your own. And that way, you're stepping to grow. So I see it as like little, no, what do you call them? Lily pads, I think they're called. So you got a massive lake. You need to get, let's say this is where you are. You're here. And you need to get to here. This is like your end goal of where you want to get. This is where you are. And in the middle is like loads of little lily pads. And all you got to do is step from one to the other, out of your comfort zone till you get to where you want to get. And that is stepping to grow. And I think that's going to be the motto of this episode. And it is going to be a short one today, guys. But I just wanted to pop in and say hi, say my thoughts on stepping outside the comfort zone, and we will touch on it with a guest very soon. But for now, it's been a pleasure, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.